All right, are we all ready to stitch tree block number 11? Go to lisabongean.com and Quilt-Alongs and print out your download. Remember, it is free for the week until we release the next one. So go there and get your instructions. So I have done a little bit of pre-sewing again because there's lots of moving parts to this block. However, I did find something that nobody caught. For B and A, it says 4-patch. That's actually a 9-patch. So do the little thing. We'll change it, but it's probably not going to be there for today's download. So no worries. We all can handle it. Pictures are right. Everything else is right. It just says 4-patch instead of 9-patch, right? And there's 4 squares, so I can see where that happened. All right, so this block consists of flying geese, some half-square triangles. I've already done the half-square triangles because you've seen me do those plenty of times now already. And if you have never, if this is your first block, go back to block 1 or 2 video and you'll see the half-square triangles there. So I have everything laid out here, and now I'm going to finish this last flying geese, and then we'll sew the 9-patch center together. All right, so I'm just going to take the triangles here, place them right sides together, line them up as best as I can, put them in my machine. I'm sewing with boots on, so it's a little difficult today here. I might have to take it off with a little heel. What do you call that heel that I have? It's wedge heel, yeah. All right, press this triangle. I'm not good at finger pressing. I like my stuff to be flat. So I'm not good at just do a finger press. No, I like them flat. All right, one on each side. See how I leave those dog ears on till the end. All right, so now I'm just going to take my scissors quickly, trim off the dog ears, which AKA quilt seeds. I know you're all fascinated with those. I bet you're starting to get enough of them now for in your jar. Okay, so there's my 4 little flying geese. Them there, them there. All right, so next, I made my flying geese. I did my half-square triangles. Now I am going to lay out the 9-patch. So I'm going to fussy cut my center there. I actually picked a different one for the center this time because you can do that, right? And then I'm just going to lay out the plus sign as the red. Am I good in the center here? Mm-hmm. And then there we go. Maybe put my sprig up that way. Okay, so now I'm going to sew down these pairs first before adding the 3rd one on. Move my stitch length back to normal after stitching those half-square triangles. Remember, when you're stitching your half-square triangles, right sides together, light on top, and then shorten that stitch length so that paper comes off very easily then. All right, adding the light. I was so glad we didn't do this video the other day. I had like 3 broken fingernails and I was just a wreck. So it was a good thing, Kaylee, that we had to postpone it till today. All right, so these I'm going to push to the outside. This one to the middle, just give it a quick little finger press there before I put the iron on it. Cut that. There. No, that one went the other way. Those right sides together. If they don't nest really nice, then you can pin them, but mine seem to nest perfect. So I'm just going to put put those in without pinning. Give that a quick finger press. I'm not going to press it till the end, but I'm just going to open that up as long as it's in my hands. Add the other one. There we go. Open it up. Lay it on my stick. I should have a nice little iron here, but I just love my big steam irons. Can't give that up. All right. Now we are going to lay out that here and put the triangles around like so. So I'm going to be able to stitch two sides and then the other two sides. So I'm just going to line this up by putting the point right in the middle there. And these triangles are big. They're not meant to be perfect. So if they look like they're huge, that's on purpose. Because we'll just trim them. Last two. All right, so according to our directions, we're going to cut this to 3.5 now. So half of 3.5 is 1.75. So I'm going to put my ruler 1.75 right here, 1 3/4, right on that point to point, and then I'm going to trim that. So yeah, we are going to cut off some of that 9-patch unit. So now I'm just going to go on 3.5. Mm, 1 3/4 in the middle there. It's hard to sit and cut, but I don't want to stand. Go up and down and up and down. All right, so now there's our center, and this is correct. Don't worry about that being wrong. Oh no, now I'm gonna set up my flying geese. They're gonna go like this here. And then 2 half square triangles, 1 on each side. Make sure the orientation is right. Let's see, upside down is a little bit more difficult. There we go. And then the last 4 are gonna have those on the end. So I'm gonna pull these here. All right. I'm going to sew corners to 2 of them. There we go. Now time to press these. So let's just press them open. It just makes life easier when we press these little triangles open. But these I'm going to go that way and then press these open. And you don't have to do this little finger press. I just think it just cuts down burning my fingers or that type of thing. So it just helps them open up easier. Wasn't too difficult. Now these are going to go on the sides and then top and bottom. And look, I got them all facing the right direction. That's always a plus. You can pin this. So sometimes, like, look, I'm just a smidge off there. So what you do is you take a pin and you pin the ends and you make it fit. And then the side that has a little bit of a bag in it, or baggier side, you put that toward the feed dogs, and that'll just suck right up then and be perfect. That one's good. I don't have to pin this one. So I used, did you notice on the triangles I didn't use the stick? That's because there was nothing around the other things to mess up the other seams. So now I don't want to mess up these seams, so that's why I used the stick to do this type of seam, so I don't wreck the other one. My left-handed skills here. All right, so now we're going to pin these corners here. Nothing else has to be pinned to anything, so there's no matching anything else up. Pull it back to make sure it's good. Even sometimes it looks like it's good, but it's not. You pull it back and then you have to move it a little bit more. So I'm going to check this first one here. Yeah, that one was off a little bit. Last two seams, press them open, start them with the finger press. All right, looking good. Okay, so now I'm just going to give it a little bit of a trim to take off these thread ends and beginnings there. And any little dog ears that I didn't trim off of the triangles, because they're those little 1/8 inch ones. And they don't mess with my sewing when I'm stitching, so I don't stop to do that. And you might get that little bit of a bow here on that flying geese big triangle, and that's just normal, that's from pressing. So you get a little bit of that. But there we go, another 5-inch block. All right, next up is block number 12.